Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of Big Picture Breakdowns. This week we're going to be looking at Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as they won 55-40 in a shootout over the Los Angeles Rams. Jameis Winston's got to be the most exciting, interesting player to watch in the NFL, and it's really just because he's so volatile. I didn't really know what volatile meant, so I googled it, and interestingly enough, this is what came up. So Jameis has the arm talent. He's got the stats. He led the NFL in passing yards this year. He was second in touchdowns, but also first in interceptions. We all remember his 30 for 30, 33 touchdowns, 30 interception season this year. So let's take a look at what the Bucs do here. They start off in 12 personnel, which means 2 tight ends here. We have our 2 tight ends right here, 2 receivers, and a running back. The personnel, the number 12, just means that there's 1 running back here and 2 tight ends. So they start off with a little pre-snap motion. Now they go from 3-by-1 formation, which meant that there were 3 receivers on one side and 1 receiver to the other. So when we started off, we had 3 receivers to the 2 tight ends and the 1 receiver to the field, and we had Mike Evans at the top of your screen here to the boundary. So 3-by-1. They motion to 2-by-2, and I really like the motion here because it sets up this crossing route by O.J. Howard. O.J. Howard's a really athletic tight end, so they move him from one side of the field and run him all the way across the other side. So we see man coverage here because look at, on the crossing route, the guy runs with O.J. Howard, which is a difficult matchup because O.J. Howard's he's a big, physical, athletic tight end. Now Mike Evans sees man coverage and says, "Don't worry, I'll burn him with the post."
Don't worry about it. We'll burn him with the post.
And he absolutely torches Marcus Peters here. Absolutely blows the top off the secondary, no safety deep. Man coverage, easy touchdown. Now, what is really impressive about this play is a great design by Bruce Arians against the man coverage. He comes out in 12 personnel, and 12 personnel, teams are more likely to run the ball with 12 personnel because you have 2 tight ends in the game. And tight ends are a very hybrid position. They run like wide receivers. They can block like linemen. They don't do either as good as the other positions, but they're big, they're fast, they're physical. They're great hybrids. So here we have Cameron Brate pass blocking here. O.J. Howard gets out in his route. But they set up the play action pass here, which kind of brings everybody down with the 12 personnel. They sell the run well. And Jameis Winston's pass here is absolutely beautiful. He throws it 55 yards off his back foot, which I couldn't crow hop into a ball and throw it 55 yards. Watching it from the tight shot here, we're going to motion O.J. Howard across the formation, sell the play action pass. Now, not only does Jameis Winston throw this dime from his back foot, but he's also throwing it with his right tackle sitting in his lap. Let's watch that again. Little play action fake. His right tackle is sitting in his lap when he makes this throw. He has no platform. He has no power behind it, and he still puts it 55 yards. Couldn't really throw it any better. And that's really what makes Jameis Winston, is that he has the talent to make these throws, and we see him make these throws. But what we also see is some of the interceptions he throws that are just, so you kind of watch Jameis Winston. If you're a Bucs fan, I would imagine you watch him kind of covering your eyes a little bit, looking through the cracks in your fingers. I imagine that's how his coaches watch him too. I'm really excited. I think he's in a great situation right now to sit behind Drew Brees for a year. Apparently he got his eyes fixed, but I'm excited. I think that he can really thrive with Sean Payton as a coach. I think Bruce Arians is a great coach as well in Tampa Bay, but I think Sean Payton in sitting behind Drew Brees is a great situation for Jameis Winston and can allow him to play to the best of his abilities.